Hey guys, welcome back to the Northwoods Railway. I've been doing a little bit of demolition and reconstruction of my railroad because my swing gate wouldn't work properly. I tried putting in a lift out gate. I just couldn't get them to work right on the carpet. So as you see, this is where the swing gate used to be. Right here used to be a big slab of cement where the road was going to come across, and over here where the piece of riser is, the road or the tracks used to just go straight across the bridge. Well, that's no longer going to happen. I'm going to turn this into a dug bone and more or less put a passing siding coming through in the middle for right now until I get a bigger place. Then I'll probably redo the whole darn thing yet again. But as you can see, I've been working on a new table. Because of the entrance to my room, it's a little hard to get in with if I squared off the table, and the table's actually going to go all the way into the corner over here. And then right where I'm standing, where I was just showing you the riser and stuff, there's going to be that track's going to come out and dog bone on this side, and I've got my bridges out and stuff. Maybe I'll reset the camera. I'll set my bridges in where they belong. You can see where the bridges are going to go, and let's kind of give you a view. It's really messy in here. I've been working on stuff, and I'm a truck driver now, so I'm not home as often, so stuff tends to just get thrown wherever it sits, but not really too much exciting over here. Let's see if I can pan this back without making you guys completely dizzy while watching the video. Another thing I've been working on, I don't know if I mentioned it in any of my other videos, is, well, maybe I won't be able to show you. Well, a friend of mine gave me a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to pick the camera up here right on the tripod, so it might be a little shaky. As you can see, there's quite a bit of stuff up there. There's a bunch of new semis that I've gotten since probably about October. I think that's about when I did my last video. And as you can see, there's buildings, all sorts of stuff up there. Anyway, that is about, if I remember correctly, it's 18 inches off off the layout. And as you can see, the one's crooked. I know somebody's going to tell me that, so let's tell you now, so you know. Anyway, yeah, there's a big mess back here, and I got styrofoam laying everywhere for it. That's the styrofoam from my table plus the top to the tunnel. So let's see. Try and do this without having to make too much of a mess. The big box underneath there, I kind of got a little crazy, and I bought 130-inch turntable. Right now, there is not a spot on this layout where it'll fit. I may have to wait until I move or make a huge corner in one of these corners to put the turntable. Of course, you see more mess. I'm going to stop the video here, and I'm going to set the bridges back in where they normally are, and then I'll show you how they're kind of what my plan is and give you an idea. I was going to try and give you a closer view, but it's a little dark. I'm going to see if I can zoom in here. As you can see, I made, there's a lake up underneath the bridges, and then it comes down to a river. The river was just going to end right there at the edge of the layout, but now I'll probably bring it on to the other half of the layout at some point. Anyway, the way I made that is, instead of sitting there for hours with the shaping tool and making the river, if you can see it right there in the middle of your screen, is a small mini torch. All I did was grab a couple of wet washcloths and started melting the styrofoam. It started on fire. I threw the wet washcloth on it and put it out. It usually burns out long before I'd get to the washcloth, but oh well. Let's see. I got some things I'll show you later, but I'm just going to kind of show you some of my new toys here. I just picked this up at a train show up in Minneapolis, St. Paul. If you know who Choo Choo Bob is on PBS in Minneapolis, he's the one that threw the show. And these things are usually about 100 and some bucks. I picked it up for 80 bucks. Not going to complain about that. I've got some other stuff that I bought. No, that one wasn't bought at the show. I've got a bunch of, sorry about the camera wiggling around. I'll try and edit some of this out. I bought a couple SD70 ACEs. Let's see if I can get this back so you can see it. Still in its box. I've actually had it out and at the show and changed the number to 1985. The reason they numbered this 1985 is because it was the last year that Chicago Northwestern built engines before UP took over. And I know you probably heard me talk about River Rossi before. There's another one of the ACs and an SD40, I believe it's -2. There's the Union Pacific version of it and the George W. Bush, which are all part of the Heritage units. As you can see, if I move this bottle here, it's just sitting there, the tender somewhere. But anyway, that is the River Rossi Big Boy. The one thing I did find out about the Big Boy that I don't like is that this one is extremely light compared to other Big Boys. I have a feeling the only way this thing's going to pull is in tandem with another engine. I did buy a couple more car carriers, but we'll go over these on another one. I'll probably just go through my entire fleet of stuff that I have and show you. I got a bunch of RDCs. They're kind of buried all over the place here. The original plan was to put a third layer up near the corner, and yes, I like white tigers. Yeah. Anyway, I was planning on putting it up here, and running all three of them with stops up there. But that's probably not going to happen. As you can see, there's an RDC right there opened up, and that's actually a Hornby car right there. Let's see, what else did I get that's new that you guys might be interested in? I do have a whole mess load of them. They're around here somewhere. They're probably stuck in the tunnel. But I've got a mess load of cars for the well cars. I've got, I don't know, I think I must have enough to make a full train anyway. And then I've got, oh, you've probably seen this sitting here as I pan by. Oh, here's one of my well cars. I actually did some of the tank cars, but I'm sure you've seen James and other people talk about these. They're the sound cars. They're mechanical reefers, and they've got the sound in them. Well, I went to the show yesterday and thought, oh good, I'll check around and see if anybody's got a mechanical reefer. Well, they did, and I kind of screwed up, and I already have this one not in the box. I'll show you that one here in just a second and show you what I did to change it. But like I said, we'll go through some of these things, you know, that I bought, and I've got more trucks than just what's up here in the front. I got some really interesting ones. One that hauls a big blade off a wind generator and a few other things, but we'll do that at a later one, because I've got a lot of stuff that I've bought since October. Like I said, I've been truck driving and If anybody's a truck driver, you know the money ain't bad, even though you got to work your ass off and be gone all the time. Okay, so let's get back to this. Anyway, what this is, like I said, this is the big curved table. It's got the corner on it. As you can see, I've already got some cork hooked down on it. So this is right pretty much, well, if I move this junk. I know it's a little dark in here and I need to get some better lights, and that is on my agenda. Where you see that cork just hanging over the edge there, that's where it's going to go. Oh, and the other thing I didn't show you, this is something I've been looking for forever. Tell you what, I'm just going to stop the video and... Okay, so I didn't feel like dragging it out of the box and stuff, but I will do kind of a review on it. I know James has done the review on this. This is actually an older Union Pacific Challenger. If you watch some of my other videos, you've seen the Challenger picture on the front. I got the Challenger picture on my computer. I picked this up for $200, but what's really cool is it's got DCC and sound, even though it's an older one, but I don't have a battery for it right now. You get this nice little remote for it, so I can get it up there in the light where you can see it. There you go. And you can blow the whistle and everything else while it's on the track, instead of having to, if you're not close enough to your control, you can even control forward and backward, stop, and a few other things. It does have some weird settings, like to turn the sound on, you have to hit the light on and off quickly. But hey, I'm not going to care. I've been looking for a Challenger, and I didn't want to pay $499 for one, and I got this baby for $200, and you ain't going to hear me complain. I will do kind of a review. I'm not good at doing them, but I want to do a review with the Challenger and the big boy. Since one's a Genesis and the other one's a Hornby, it'd be kind of neat seeing them side by side, and I think I'm going to do a video like that. And like I've said in earlier videos, I've got an idea on some unique ways of doing my own review. So, you know, so I don't want anybody that does reviews to get mad just because I'm doing reviews that they've done before. So, you know, hey, I like you guys' reviews, you know, and I watch them, you know. There's probably a few I haven't watched, and I like watching them because I get ideas. And I do mention James a lot because of the fact that he's got a lot of Union Pacific stuff, and as you've seen, a lot of my stuff's Union Pacific. There's a few C&Ws laying around here, and there's a few Canadian Nationals, but that's about it. So let's go out. I'm going to take you out to the computer here after I restart the video, and I'm just going to show you my kind of temporary fix for what I did since I bought two of these sound cars. Okay, so I unboxed it, and it's sitting here in front of my computer. I do a lot of my work out here. I've got the world's biggest mess, my PlayStation. You can see a bunch of Wathers boxes, buildings on building. And then over here I've got a homemade spray booth. As you can see, it's been well used. And I've also got some RC cars and stuff like that. But right there where the RC cars are sitting is where I'd normally be building my buildings. But since I've got no place for my RC cars during the summer or during the winter, they're sitting there for right now. So anyway, let's get back to this. If you notice, I'm trying to get in semi-close. If you notice, this one is 92 to 2047 is the number on it. Now, this one here had the same number, and as you can see, it's facing the same way. I had some, it doesn't look great, but I'm going to see if I can get enough so you can see it. What I did is I took the 4 and I covered it up with white paint. I know it looks like kind of just a little mess there, and that's probably really what it is. This side don't look great, but I'll turn it around. And on camera it looks kind of like a mess there, but you can see that it's an 8. All I did was replace the 4 with an 8. So, you know, it'll be nice, you know. I've got a couple other refrigerated cars that don't have sound in them, and I'm just going to space these out in between, and if I'm really lucky, nobody will even know where the sound's coming from. So I think that's about all I'm going to show for right now. I've got some other little things in the works. I guess I can show you. I've got a CP crane sitting over here that I'm trying to DCC, which is pretty easy from what I've read in the book. And there's another one here that's I believe it's Norfolk and Southern that I bought. I bought this at a hobby shop that has a lot of stuff. I mean, they've got stuff from years and years ago. They still got boxes from when Athearn did Blue Box, so I'm really not surprised that I found some of this stuff. And of course, you know, I've got the big sets where they run five of these together. I forget what they're called right off the top of my head, but like I said, I've been doing some work. This thing needs a second coat of paint. This is towers for my sand building, but we'll introduce these down the road. I'll actually go in depth once I get it done and kind of show you what I've done, and you know, hopefully hear from you guys what you think and stuff like that. But I think I'm going to end the video here, and hopefully I'll have I've got some signal lights that I bought, and I'll hopefully have them set up and show you how I'm running them and everything with JMRI. So hopefully that'll be the next video. Till next time, see ya. And don't forget to like the video and whatever the other buttons are down there. And please, you know, let me know what you think. I mean, if I'm too long-winded, say so. I know I can blab on for hours without anybody caring. Anyway, I guess we'll see you next time, and I'm glad to be back and getting these videos